Okay, I'm going to forms.google.com to get to our forms. And this is for a little bit more of an advanced part of forms. So if you're not comfortable doing this, just go ahead and watch the video and learn what it's all about. So this is called branching forms, and this allows a user to have two choices in their branch. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and build this form out. Again, it will be for the animal adoption agency that I'm running. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a couple of questions. Question number 1. Oh, let's go ahead and title this first. Animal adoption form underscore branching. Okay, and that should populate. There we go. So next thing I am going to do is make a couple of questions. First question will be, what is your name? Next question will be, next question, clicking the plus in the circle. And just to make this a little bit quicker, I'm going to start with, what type of pet would you like to adopt? And we will use the multiple choice type of question. And we're, just for the purposes of this exercise, we're going to have dog or cat. And we'll do one more just for fun, and bird. Dog, cat, or bird. Now we're going to have 3 different branchings from this one form. And this form will be branched off by using something called sections. Right now I'm going to click the equal section button, the little equals sign here, which just adds a section. So this is section 2 of 2, and section 2 of 2 will be called Adopt a Dog. The next section will be called Adopt a Cat. And the third section, scrolling down again, will be called Adopt a Bird. Okay, so we've got 3 different sections. Now we can add our individual questions, our specific questions about each type of animal. So for example, if you're adopting a dog, you're going to go to the dog section right here. If you're adopting a cat, you go to the cat section and all those related questions and so forth. So let's build this form out. So I'm clicking on the Adopt a Dog section, and all these questions that we're about to ask are going to be related to adopting a dog. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add a Question. And the first question is, what age of dog are you to adopt? Okay, and we can say puppy. Aged 1 to 4. Senior dog. Okay. We'll just leave it at that for now for the ages of dogs. And then the next question will be, we're going to add a question under the dog section. Do you prefer, I'll make this a drop down, male or female dog? Adding another question, And just not to get too specific here, but what breed would you like? Let's change that so we don't end up with 10 million breeds of dogs. What breed type would you like? And whoops, let's fix that little typo, putting the mouse in the middle there, and then moving my mouse over to a different type. Let's see, let's go to a checkbox grid, and I think this would be a great type of question to use. So we're going to say long hair, short hair, and then in columns we're going to say pointed ears, floppy ears, just so we can get a general sense of what we're looking for in a dog. All right, a new question type will be, this will be the last one under dogs. What would we like to do? What size dog would you like? And for this one, we will use a drop-down type of question, and we're going to say small, let's do this, mini, small, medium, large, and large dogs. Okay, so all these questions are all about adopting a dog. They're all under the dog section. And now we're going to work on our cat section here. Our cat section, really important to click on the section first before you add questions to it. I'm going to add a couple of cat questions here. First cat question will be, what fur type would you like? And we will say, we'll just make this a checkbox type of question. Long hair, short hair, or no hair. They have no hair cats. Okay, and then in the next question, we'll just continue on with this and add a few more questions. Next question would be, what age do you, what age of cat would you like to adopt? We'll use a drop down. Kitten, mid-aged, senior cat. Okay. And let's say one more question that's important. Have you owned a cat previously? And that's just going to be a yes or a no question. All right. That's good for now. Oh, I'm thinking of another question we might want to add to our dog section. A really important question. Oh, this is about adopting the dog, not do you have a yard or not. So this is just about what dogs you want. Scratch that. And I would do the same thing when I build out for the bird. Again, really important that you click on the question section first and then click on this question itself. And the first question is, have you owned a bird before? And we'll just make that a drop down. Yes, no. Okay, next question will be what type of bird are you looking for? And we'll just have 3. Parrot or parrot type. Budgie, dove. That's good for now. Of course, we could also have a sub branch inside of any of these questions, but we'll get to that later. All right, now that we have all of our questions written out and they're each under their own appropriate section, we're going to go ahead and change the section, the end of each section. We're going to go to continue to next section. No, we're going to go to submit form at the end. So when they're done answering this section here, they're going to go to submit form. When they're at the end of the dog section, they're going to go to submit form. Now what's the trigger, or how do we make each of these branches work? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the first question. The first question is the trigger for everything. So we have 3 branches, a dog, a cat, and a bird section. And we want to tell the computer to go to each of these sections if we click on them. So first thing I'm going to do is click on these 3 dots right here, and I'm going down to the words go to section based on answer. So once I click that, I get this neat little drop down. It says go to section based on answer. I'm in the dog section, so I want to go to the adopt a dog section. In the cat section, I will go to the adopt a cat section. And when I go to the bird section, it's going to go to adopt a bird section. Okay, now let's go ahead and review what our branch looks like. So right now our branch looks our form looks very nice and small. It only has 3 questions. What's your name, what's your email, and what do you want to adopt? So if I click on the bird section, it should take me right to the bird section. And it does. Adopt a bird. Have you owned a bird before? Yes. What type of bird would you like? A parrot or budgie? And then I could submit the form. Okay, so if you got everything there, now we would be ready to save and share our form. As you know, in the Google Suite of programs, you never need to save anything. Everything is already being saved in Google Drive, which is located in the cloud, just a computer bank somewhere else other than your computer itself. So this is being saved safely. What we want to do next is share this form, and there's a couple different ways we can share it. First thing we can do is click in this box up here that says published. If yours does not say published, if it says not accepting responses, or if it says something other than published, anyways, just go ahead and click on published, and then we're going to click on the accepting responses button if that's not completely open right now. Now it is turned on, and I'm going to say manage who can respond. So right now only specific people can respond, and let's see who those specific people are. Oh, it's just me. I'm the only one who can view this. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my responder view is anyone with the link. So anyone with this link that I'm about to publish will be able to respond to this link. I can click on copy responder link. That gives me a link to put on my social media or my website, or send via text or email so people can respond to this particular form. I'm going to go ahead and click done. And right now it's just confirming anyone with the link will be able to fill out this form. The other way, and then I can just go to my email or something. Let's just say I'm going to go to my calendar and create a task. And the task would be to fill out this form. Here I'm going to click paste. And there is the link to that form. That's what the link looks like. But if I'm going to go ahead and create a QR code for this page, I can right click on the page anywhere and go to where it says create QR code for this page. And what pops up is this little QR code with this dinosaur in the middle with the actual link to be able to, for people to be able to fill out this. And then I could download this QR code, or I could make a screenshot of it. I could put it anywhere from my social media pages to a piece of paper to whatever I'd like to do with it. I could print it out. I could make a sticker out of it, whatever I'd like to do. So I'll just click copy. Oops, I'll click download. Now it goes into my downloads file. And close that. There we go. And that's how you create a form that you can share with other folks. So I'd like you to go ahead and make this form and share it with me. It would be nice if you could share it with some other people as well. I've shared my form with 3 other people, and you can go ahead and click on the responses. Once you get some responses, click on the responses and you can see the answers in this little graph here. So it looks like 33% of the people would like to have a cat, 67%, 66.7% would like a dog. And we get these neat little graphs in here that Google Forms has already created for us, which is really nice to see. Scrolling down and looking at the different responses and how they're recorded. All right, if you'd like to see this in the Google Sheets, I'm going to go ahead and click on Link to Sheets, and it'll say, do you want to create a new spreadsheet? And I'll say yes, create a new spreadsheet for this. And you can see all the answers here in spreadsheet version. So this could be helpful if you're collecting any kind of financial information or numerical data. You could be able to do a calculation on this or whatever you'd like to do. Okay, that is all I have for this edition of Google Forms.